Israel carrying out a wave of heavy airstrikes across Syria overnight, hitting military targets, including heavy weapons and air defense systems.
Fox 8's Linda Schmidt is in the newsroom with the latest out of the Middle East tonight. Linda.
Yeah, first of all, good evening to both of you. And Israel is bombing areas in Syria right now in an effort to prevent heavy weapons in that country from possibly falling into the hands of extremists. Meanwhile, the U.S. has laid out its conditions to Syria if the country wants to be recognized by the U.S. The United Nations envoy for Syria says the coalition of groups that drove out President Bashar al-Assad have been sending messages about national unity and inclusion. Although the strongest of the coalition is HTS, which is designated as a terror group, the envoy is warning against outside interference.
Things have not settled. There is a real opportunity for change. But this opportunity needs to be grasped by the Syrians themselves.
The U.S. is sending its top negotiator to the region in the hopes of locating American journalist and veteran Austin Tice, who disappeared about 12 years ago at a checkpoint outside Damascus. The U.S. government believing he is still alive.
We will not rest until he is returned home safely to his loved ones.
It is one of the conditions the U.S. is placing on the groups in Syria as they develop and transition to a new government.
The return of Austin Tice, ensuring that ISIS can't use this opportunity to seize new territory and launch attacks on American interests, preventing the conflict from spilling over beyond the borders of Syria to neighboring countries.
Meanwhile, Israel has carried out a wave of heavy airstrikes across Syria to destroy as much military equipment and infrastructure as possible, in hopes that it will not end up in the hands of extremists. Also today, Secretary of State Antony Blinken spoke with his counterparts in Jordan, Qatar, Egypt, and the United Arab Emirates. Steve and Natasha, back upstairs to you.
All right, thanks, Linda.